exactly what we do. Meet the neighbors down the gravel lane, leave behind another week of rain. Old guitars beneath the neon glow, country songs that everybody knows. Boots kept time upon the wooden floor, while laughter echoed through the old dance hall door. Sarah wore a dress the color of the sky. She smiled like summer in the month of July. I asked her for a slow dance near the band. She took my heart with just one hand. We talked until the moon was high, watching pickup headlights passing by. Nobody hurried, nobody ran. Life moved easy back then. Some nights never truly fade away. They live inside us every day. Friday night on County Road 9, where every memory still feels alive. Steel guitars and old love songs made us believe we'd always belong. Though the years keep rolling on, that little town still sings its song. Friday night on County Road 9, forever young in this heart of mine. Now the dance hall's weathered by the years, but I can still hear music in my ears. The jukebox may have fallen silent now, yet I still remember every vow. Sarah's hand still fits in mine today, though our hair has turned a little gray. Love grew stronger with each passing mile, built on faith, forgiveness, and a smile. We never needed city lights, just stars above those country nights. The greatest treasures that we found were simple dreams on familiar ground. Friday night on County Road 9 still shines brighter than city lights. Every chorus, every dance began with one small chance. If I had one life to live again, I'd choose that road from start to end. Friday night on County Road 9, where love stood the test of time. Some songs end with the final chord, the best ones keep playing in your heart forever. Every morning broke with a rooster's call. Sunlight climbed that old red barn. Mama tied her apron with a gentle smile. Daddy whistled as he walked another mile. Coffee brewed on that old black stove. The radio played songs we all knew. Boots by the doorway, hats on the wall. Back then we believed we'd always have it all. Grandpa's hands were rough as weathered oak. Every wrinkle held a story, never spoke. Grandma laughed while the biscuits baked. She said, "Love is something that you make." We chased fireflies across the field, dreaming of places beyond the hills. But every sunset found us home again, where every stranger was a friend. We never counted dollars in the bank. We counted blessings every day. The richest life I ever knew was never very far away. When the screen door sang behind us, summer never seemed to end. Every breeze carried laughter, every road led home again. If I could live one moment twice, I'd choose those simple years where love was louder than the thunder and hope was stronger than our fears. Now that little farmhouse wears the years. Paint is fading, but the love is still here. The porch swing moves with the evening wind, like it's waiting for us all again. My children ask me what it was like growing up beneath those country skies. I tell them happiness wasn't bought. It lived inside the hearts we brought. Time keeps rolling like a freight train song, taking yesterday before too long. But memories never lose their way. They find us at the close of every day. Sometimes I close my eyes and hear Daddy calling from the yard, Mama humming through the kitchen window, healing every scar. When the screen door sang behind us, every season felt brand new. Every prayer rose with the morning sun. Every promise carried through. Though these roads have changed with time, my heart still knows the way back to that little country home, where forever chose to stay. Some houses are built with timber and stone, but the best ones are built with love, laughter, and the songs we carry home. Every Saturday the music filled the air. Boots on wooden floors without a care. Old guitars were singing loud and clear. Every smiling face was someone dear. Mary danced in that red cotton dress. Tom forgot about his week's hard stress. Children laughed beneath the evening stars. Love was written underneath those barns. Nobody needed fancy things, just a simple song the whole town sings. Saturday night at Johnson's barn, where every broken heart found love. Steel guitars and fiddles played like blessings falling from above. We danced until the morning light, forgot every worry we'd been through. Saturday night at Johnson's barn was where dreams always came true. Coffee brewing in the old tin pot, stories shared about the things we'd lost. Every handshake meant a faithful friend. Nobody thought good times would ever end. The jukebox played another favorite tune. Couples swayed beneath the harvest moon. Life was simple, slow, and full of grace. You could see forever in each face. Though the barn is faded with the years, its music still rings in my ears. Whenever an old melody begins, I'm dancing there once again. Saturday night at Johnson's barn still lives inside this heart of mine. Every fiddle, every country song still stands the test of time. If heaven sounds like anywhere, I hope that little barn is there. Saturday night at Johnson's barn, where love never grew old. Every Saturday, the music filled the air. Boots on wooden floors without a care. Old guitars were singing loud and clear. Every smiling face was someone dear. Mary danced in that red cotton dress. Tom forgot about his week's hard stress. Children laughed beneath the evening stars. Love was written underneath those barns. Nobody needed fancy things, just a simple song the whole town sings. Saturday night at Johnson's barn, where every broken heart found love. Steel guitars and fiddles play like blessings falling from above. We danced until the morning light, forgot every worry we'd been through. Saturday night at Johnson's barn was where dreams always came true. Coffee brewing in the old tin pot, stories shared about the things we'd lost. Every handshake meant a faithful friend. Nobody thought good times would ever end. The jukebox played another favorite tune. Couples swayed beneath a harvest moon. Life was simple, slow, and full of grace. You could see forever in each face. Though the barn is faded with the years, its music still rings in my ears. Whenever an old melody begins, I'm dancing there once again. Saturday night at Johnson's barn still lives inside this heart of mine. Every fiddle, every country song still stands the test of time. If heaven sounds like anywhere, I hope that little barn is there. Saturday night at Johnson's barn, where love never grew old. Every morning at 6:30, same old corner booth, coffee steaming by the window, simple, honest truth. Folks would gather one by one, sharing news and smiles, talking about the weather and the roads for miles. Old Joe wore his favorite hat from 1963. Mary laughed at every joke like she was 23. Nobody was in a hurry, nobody kept score. Life was found in little things we don't see anymore. Those ordinary mornings became the richest years. One more cup of coffee, one more sunrise glow, one more country melody playing soft and low. If I could live one day again, I'd choose those simple times, with friends around the breakfast table and love between the lines. Outside stood an old pickup covered up with dust, still running like tomorrow was a promise you could trust. The waitress knew our stories before we'd say a word. Every smile around that room was something deeply earned. Young folks chased tomorrow while we held yesterday, knowing every passing season slowly slips away. Still those songs upon the jukebox never lost their soul, keeping Now the diner doors are silent, the old sign barely sways, but in my heart I still can hear those unforgettable days. One more cup of coffee, one more old refrain, one more dusty highway after summer rain. Though time keeps rolling onward, some memories never fade. The sweetest songs are written from the simple lives we made. So if you hear an old guitar somewhere down the line, pull up one more empty chair and stay a while this time. There's an old oak by the river bend, where my daddy said all roads begin. He'd park that faded pickup there, with dust in his boots and silver in his hair. Mama spread a blanket on the ground, while the evening birds were the only sound. We'd laugh until the daylight slipped away, thinking life would always stay that way. My brothers skipped stones across the stream, talking about the places he'd someday see. Grandpa carved our names into that tree, saying roots are where your heart should be. We didn't have much money then, but we were richer than we'd ever spend. Every smile was honest, every handshake true, every sunset painted skies of blue. Now the years roll by like freight trains slow, but there's one place my heart still knows. Take me back to the old oak by the river bend, where every goodbye became see you again, where love was measured in time we shared, not by the things we couldn't spare. If heaven looks like anything I've known, it's a front porch, a field, and a place called home. Take me back where my story began, by the old oak at the river bend. Now my children ask me where I learned the kind of love that can't be earned. I smile and point beyond the hill, where that old tree's standing still. Though the paint is faded from the family place, I still remember every familiar face. Some folks chase tomorrow all their lives. I found forever where those memories survive. The river still sings the same old song, even after all these years are gone. Time may change these hands I hold, but not the stories that were told. Take me back to the old oak by the river bend, where every season found another friend, where every prayer rose with the morning light, and every star watched over us at night. When my traveling days finally end, lay my hat where the waters gently bend. Take me home where love has always been, by the old oak at the river bend. Some roads are forgotten with the passing years, but the road back home never disappears. Friday evening rolled around once more. Boots were lined outside the old dance floor. The band tuned up as the lights grew dim. Every song began with a hopeful hymn. You walked in wearing that yellow dress, the prettiest smile I'd ever met. One simple glance was all it took to change the story my life would write. The fiddle cried while the steel guitar sang. Every heartbeat moved with the band. We danced so close we forgot the time, like forever had already crossed our minds. Outside the moon lit the gravel lane. Crickets joined the sweet refrain. I held your hand beneath the stars, never dreaming we'd come this far. Life has given us laughter and tears, yet love has carried us through the years. One more dance at Miller's Hall, where our hearts first heard love call. Every step still feels the same, even though we both changed. Gray hair shines beneath the light, just like on that summer night. One more dance before we're through, I'd still choose every song with you. Now our children have children too, living dreams we once hoped would come true. The old dance hall stands worn with age, but our memories still fill that stage. Friends have come and friends have gone, yet the music somehow carries on. Every melody brings us back dance on those weather planks. When these hands grow weak someday, don't let the music fade away. Hold me close like long ago, and let that old love gently flow. One more dance at Miller's Hall, where time surrendered to it all. Every fiddle, every steel guitar still reminds me who we are. When the final curtain falls, I'll still hear those country calls. One more dance before the night is through. Forever starts and ends with you. The dance may end, but love keeps playing long after the music fades. Every morning just before the dawn, Mama's kitchen light was always on. The coffee pot would start to sing, while robins welcomed early spring. Daddy laced his old work boots, buttoned up his faded flannel suit. He'd tip his hat before he'd leave, and kiss Mama gently on the cheek. The screen door whispered in the breeze. The old oak danced with autumn leaves. Grandma's laughter filled the air. Love was growing everywhere. The radio played those country tunes from breakfast time until high noon. Simple songs with honest words, the truest stories ever heard. Back then we never rushed the day. We found joy in simple ways. The coffee pot is still warm, though so many years have gone. Every cup still tastes like home, no matter where I roam. Every sunrise brings me back to that little gravel track where love was served with every smile, and life was slow a while. And now my children come around with little footsteps on the ground. They ask me how life used to be. I smile and point toward the maple tree. I tell them stories of those days, of Sunday hymns and country grace, of neighbors stopping just to talk, and evening prayers before our walk. One day these old hands will rest after giving life for too long. Some mornings begin with the sunrise. The best ones begin with family. I left this town when I was 23, chasing dreams across Tennessee. An old guitar and a second-hand Ford, believing life had something more. Every highway had another town. Every sunrise came and went around, but every road beneath the sky led me back where love survived. Some hearts wander far away just to find where they belong. One more mile to Caroline, one more county line. She's waiting where the porch swing sways, like she always has through all these days. No matter how far this world may roll, she has always been my home. One more mile to Caroline, and I won't leave again. She still keeps wildflowers by the gate, like she did back in '68. Her smile hasn't lost its glow, even after all these years have come and gone. We grew older, hand in hand, built our dreams upon this land. Every wrinkle tells a story true, every promise carried through. The clock keeps moving, seasons change, but faithful love remains the same. A simple life was all we ever planned, and somehow it became enough. One more mile to Caroline, where every sunset shines. We'll sit together on that porch, watching stars ignite the dark. If tomorrow never comes, I've already found the one. One more mile to Caroline, forever by my side. Every road has an ending, mine always always ends with you. I can still hear Daddy's old Ford start before the sunrise kissed the dark. Mama packed his lunch in a paper sack and waved until he looked back. That little farmhouse on Willow Creek never had much, but it had what we need. The rooster crowed, the coffee steamed. Life was slower than it seems. The screen door slammed, the wind chime rang. Morning came with a simple plan. Work all day, come home by 5. Thank the Lord we were alive. Saturday meant mowing the yard. Fixing fences wasn't hard. Grandpa whittled on the porch all day, teaching us the country way. Grandma baked her peach pie sweet, cooling on the window in the heat. Neighbors stopped without a call. There was always room for all. Kids played ball until sunsets glow, barefoot where the clovers grow. Nobody cared what money could buy. We were rich beneath that sky. Life wasn't written in a hurry. It was measured by love instead of worry. Every mile and every prayer still reminds me we were there. Take me back where the gravel road begins, where every stranger became a friend, where the porch lights stayed on every night, and everything somehow felt right. Before I'm gone, I'd live that country life once more. Now the old barn leans a little more. The red paint faded from the door. Daddy's boots still sit inside, covered by the hands of time. Mama's rocking chair still sways like she's singing through the days. Sometimes when the evening falls, I still hear those distant calls. My grandson asks me how life was then. I smile and tell him once again, the greatest things I've ever known were faith, family, and coming home. The highways grew wider every year, but they never brought me here, because home was never just a place. It lived inside each familiar face. Time may weather wood and stone, but love outlasts them all. Every country song I sing brings me back where memories call. Take me back where the gravel road begins, where the laughter never ends, where Mama prayed beside my bed sunset finally comes, that's where I hope my soul will run. Back where the gravel road begins. Some people spend a lifetime looking for happiness. I was lucky enough to grow up where it already lived. Daddy's old Chevrolet still sits in the shed with faded blue paint and a hood of red. The keys still hang on the rusty nail beside his worn-out fishing pail. He'd crank it up before sunrise came. Every morning looked the same. Coffee in one hand, lunchbox tight, heading to work before daylight. The radio hummed those country songs, the kind that stayed your whole life long. Every chorus told the truth about hard work, faith, and youth. Saturday afternoons, we'd wash that truck, laughing even when we had no luck. Mama brought lemonade out to the drive, making ordinary moments come alive. After supper we'd take a ride, windows down the countryside, past old barns and fields of hay, watching another summer fade away. Every mailbox, every fence still carries quiet evidence of a life built slow and true by hands that always follow through. Years may wear the chrome away, but love never rusts with age. Daddy's old Chevrolet still knows every road today, past the river, past the mill, climbing every country hill. Every mile reminds me why simple dreams can touch the sky. Daddy's old Chevrolet still carries me home. Now my grandson rides with me, sitting where Daddy used to be. He smiles when that old engine starts, like it knows our family hearts. He asks if trucks remember names, or every road they used to take. I laugh and say, maybe they do, just like old songs remember you. One day these hands will finally rest, knowing life has been well blessed. Leave that Chevy where it belongs, beside the porch and all these songs. Daddy's old Chevrolet still drives through yesterday, past the memories we've known. place we'll always call home. If heaven has an open road where wildflowers gently grow, save a place beside that lane. We'll take one more ride again. Some engines grow quiet with time, but the journeys they carried never stop echoing in our hearts. There's an old white church beside the county road, where Sunday bells still carry every soul. Mama wore her favorite blue cotton dress. Daddy smiled and said, "Son, we're truly blessed." Neighbors waved from every passing truck. Nobody cared about little luck. Life was measured by the setting sun, and every hard day's work was proudly done. Those little moments never disappear. They're still alive every time I hear home was never far away. No matter where these boots would roam, a front porch swing, an old oak tree was everything I'll ever need. If I could turn these years around, I'd walk that gravel road somehow. Home was never far away. It was always living inside me. Grandpa's Ford still rattled down the lane, running strong through sunshine and through rain. Grandma baked her apple pie with care. Love was always waiting somewhere there. Friday nights beneath the courthouse lights, small town dreams beneath the summer sky. Every laugh still echoes through my mind. Some things time can never leave behind. Now my hair has turned a little gray, but those memories never fade away. Every old country song I hear brings that little hometown near. Home was never far away, though life carried me for miles. Every sunset, every country road still brings back those smiles. When my journey reaches its end, I'll hear those church bells once again. Home was never far away. It simply waited all along. The sun went down behind the old red barn. A cool breeze drifted through the fields of corn. Mama called us in before the stars were bright. Daddy closed the gate before the fall of night. An old dog sleeping by the wooden stair, Grandma humming softly in her rocking chair. The smell of fresh bread filled the little room, while laughter chased away the evening gloom. Back then we never counted what we owned. We only counted who was coming home. The last light on Maple Hill still shines inside me still, like an old song on a worn-out radio. It never lets me go. Though the years have come and gone, its love keeps holding on. The last light on Maple Hill will always guide me home. Daddy's boots were muddy from another day, but he always found the time to laugh and pray. Mama poured the coffee while the fire burned low. Winter winds were gentle where the maples grow. Neighbors stopped without a second thought, sharing what little they had brought. No one locked their doors back then. Everybody lived like family and friends. If I could walk one road again, I'd choose that gravel lane, where every fence post knew my name, and nothing felt the same. The last light on Maple Hill still warms this heart of mine. Every mile and every memory grows sweeter over time. When my journey reaches its end, I'll hear those voices once again. The last light on Maple Hill will always lead me home. Some lights fade with passing years, but the brightest ones stay forever. Every Sunday just before first light, Mama dressed us all in white. Daddy started up the old Ford truck, praying we'd have just enough. little church stood proud and small, with stained glass windows, worn but tall. The bell would ring across the fields, bringing peace no money yields. Miss Eleanor played the old piano. Every hymn felt sweet and slow. Children smiled beneath the pews, learning faith before they knew. After church we'd gather outside, sharing stories filled with pride. Fresh pie cooling on the sill, time stood still upon that hill. Life wasn't measured by what we had, but by the love that made us glad. That little white church on the hill lives inside my heart still. Every prayer still finds its way, though the years have slipped away. Every bell still softly rings in the quiet of my dreams. If I could choose one place once more, I'd walk through that old wooden door. Now the paint has lost its shine, the clock no longer keeps good time, but every memory still remains, like summer sunshine after rain. My grandson asked me yesterday, Grandpa, did it always feel this way? I smiled and said, you'll understand when life has written on your hands. One day when my road is done and I see the setting sun, I hope the first sound that I hear is that old church bell ringing near. That little white church on the hill is calling gently still, where hope was stronger than our fear and love was always near. When I finally close my eyes beneath those endless country skies, I'll meet the ones I've missed so long, and we'll all sing one more song. Some places disappear from the map, but they never disappear from the heart. Daddy's old Chevrolet still sits in the shed, with faded blue paint and a hood of red. The keys still hang on the rusty nail beside his worn-out fishing pail. He'd crank it up before sunrise came. Every morning looked the same, coffee in one hand, lunchbox tight, heading to work before daylight. The radio hummed those country songs, the kind that stayed your whole life long. Every chorus told the truth about hard work, faith, and you. Saturday afternoons we'd wash that truck, laughing even when we had no luck. Mama brought lemonade out to the drive, making ordinary moments come alive. After supper we'd take a ride, windows down the countryside, past old barns and fields of hay, watching another summer fade away. Every mailbox, every fence still carries quiet evidence of a life built slow and true by hands that always follow through. Years may wear the chrome away, but love never rusts with age. Daddy's old Chevrolet still knows every road today, past the river, past the mill, climbing every country hill. Every mile reminds me why simple dreams can touch the sky. Daddy's old Chevrolet still carries me home. And my grandson rides with me, sitting where Daddy used to be. He smiles when that old engine starts, like it knows our family hearts. He asks if trucks remember names or every road they used to take. I laugh and say, maybe they do, just like old songs remember you. One day these hands will finally rest, knowing life has been well blessed. Leave that Chevy where it belongs, beside the porch and all these songs. Daddy's old Chevrolet still drives through yesterday, past the memories we've known, to the place we'll always call home. If heaven has an open road where wildflowers gently grow, save a place beside that lane. We'll take one more ride again. Some engines grow quiet with time, but the journeys they carry never stop, echoing in our hearts.